Good morning children. Welcome to today's interactive session of science. So today we are going to discuss about microbes. So as already you have studied about microbes in your last class, that there are different types of microbes and they are very small and we cannot see them, but we can see them with the help of an instrument known as microscope. But children, today we are going to discuss about their uses in our daily life, or how can we see them. So we will start with first bacteria, then we'll come to fungi, and we'll also talk about yeast. Okay, so for bacteria we will see that how does bacteria is helpful to us. So we'll be seeing the curdling of milk, in which we'll see that bacteria converts milk into curd. Okay, so this is the use of bacteria. Secondly, we'll talk about yeast. We'll be talking about that how are your all cakes, buns and breads when they are made. How is yeast used over there and how does it helps in making them fluffy. So they are made fluffy because of the yeast, which is a microbe actually and which belongs to fungi group. When we talk about fungi, you can easily see fungi when anything gets spoiled or rotten, when we leave your food items for some time or for some days outside and you don't keep them in refrigerator, you see some blue green color structures coming on them. Okay, and we say that they get spoiled, they are spoiled now, we should not eat them. So this happens because of the growth of fungi. So let's do some simple experiments and observe these microbes. Okay, so let's start.
So children, as you can see, I have taken two bowls, and in one bowl I have curd and in another one I have milk. So now if I want to convert this milk also into curd, what shall I do? So as we all know that if I add a little amount of curd into this milk, after certain time it will change into curd. Okay, but the milk which you have to take should be heated. So I have already boiled the milk and now I have taken it in a bowl. Now I will add a little amount of this curd into the bowl of milk and I'll stir it and leave it for some time. And you will notice that after some time, few hours I must say, it will change into curd. So let us wait for few hours and observe what happens. Now children, as you can see, I have kept that bowl of milk in which I added curd for around 4 hours, and after that I have now come back to the same bowl and you can see that it has converted into curd. That milk has changed into curd. And how does this happen? It happened because of a microbe. You have studied about microbes and you have studied that there are 4 types of microbes. One of them was bacteria, and a bacteria is present in the curd, which when mixes with hot milk due to the heat, it starts acting, or we can say it starts reacting, and it's convert the milk into curd. So we can say microbe are also useful to us. So a bacteria, and the name of that bacteria is Lactobacillus. Okay children, so Lactobacillus bacteria helps in converting milk into curd. So I hope you would be happy to know that a bacteria helps in the conversion of milk into curd. Now let us see for some another microbe. So now let us talk about another microbe and its use. So children, I know that you all love eating your pizzas, pastries, cakes, breads and buns. Yes, right? But how are they made and how are they so soft and fluffy? Do you know? Yes, in making breads and buns and pizza base, there is a use of another microbe which we call as yeast. Okay, so as you can see, I have a packet of dried yeast. Okay, it is also a kind of microbe and it is available in the market in the form of powder. So what we are supposed to do is, and I have also taken milk, warm milk here. So you have to add a spoonful of yeast powder in that warm milk and you have to leave it for some time, for 15 to 20 minutes. So it will start reacting, okay, and then you can add this paste into your wheat flour or all-purpose flour, whichever you are using for making your breads or buns or pizza. So it will make them soft and fluffy. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to open this packet. So now you can see in my spoon I have dry yeast powder, which is actually a microbe, and we have taken it in the form of a powder. So I am adding it to this warm milk, stirring it and leaving it for some time, for around 15 to 20 minutes. So you will observe that a thick paste, a fluffy paste will be there because yeast will start acting. Okay, and then you can add this paste to your flour, wheat flour or all-purpose flour, and then we use it for making whatever, like cakes or pizza base or your bread. So this is another microbe, that is yeast, which is used for making breads, buns and pizza base. So now let us see another microbe, children. If you can see in the picture, the bread is shown, which is totally spoiled and rotten, and you can also see bluish green color growth on this bread. Okay, we call it fafund in Hindi. So this happened because of another microbe which we call as fungus. Okay, and the name of this fungus is bread mold because it grow on bread. Okay, so not only bread, but if any other food item is left outside at room temperature and it get proper warmth and moisture, the fungus can easily grow on them, okay, and spoil them. So that's why it is advised that do not leave the food at room temperature for a long period of time. It may get spoiled. But fungus are always not bad. Okay, they are used in some food items also, like if you can see here, mushroom pizza is in the picture, and the brown color mushrooms are there in the picture. So these are also a kind of fungus. These mushrooms are actually edible fungus, you can say. So some kind of fungus are edible also, and one example is of mushroom, which we use in making your pizzas, and many other things they are used. Okay, children, so I hope you have enjoyed this session about the microbes and their uses in our daily lives. So thank you for watching the video and keep learning.